Hi YouTube, welcome to my second YouTube video. This one is going to be a little bit about goals, so I'm going to have a quick recap about 2017, let you guys know how I did in 2017, what that meant for me last year and what that means for my goals that I'm bringing in this year. So to start off, I've got a little thing, something here, and this is how I'm going to set my objectives. This is how I set my objectives based on stuff that I learned in my previous retail job, stuff that came in really handy. And the first thing is going to be smart objectives. So for every objective that I'm setting in the new year, they have to be smart. Now SMART stands for specific, measurable, agreed upon, realistic and time orientated. So each letter of SMART means something about my objectives and the way that I'm going to set them. Now these are really useful because they create goals that are actionable, goals that are going to be achieved. So the fact that a goal is specific means that you can very easily say whether you've achieved it or not. So if it's specific, I can't say become a better person is a terrible goal to have. Whilst everybody wants that and it's something that I would like to do, it's not something there's no point setting a goal on that. So I've got to break it down into stuff that's specific, stuff that I can actually achieve. Second one is measurable. So there's no point in me setting a goal, just like that first one, become a better person. If I was to set a goal to become a better person, how do I measure that? What is the barometer? What is the measure of success? So there's got to be something there that I can say, okay, this was achievable. I can measure it. I can say, well, actually, specifically, I missed that by this amount. So it's got to be measurable. Otherwise, there's no point doing it. Third one is agreed upon. So for an agreed upon goal, that's kind of more specific if you're working in a team, for example. So if I was to sit down with a team of people, say I built a team that wanted to work on eBay, for example, I'd say to them, okay guys, put it all out, everyone's got to agree on it. If everyone's bought in, everyone's ticked the box and we're all working towards the same objective. It's a little bit different when it comes to working for yourself and setting goals for yourself, your own personal targets, because these are just personal targets for me. It's got to be agreed upon in a way that I think it's achievable, I want to achieve it, and I've agreed in myself that I'm going to go for it. Because if I haven't agreed, if I've written a goal down that I don't think I'm going to go for and I'm not going to target it, then chances are there's no point in me doing it and I'm not going to achieve it. So that's the reason it's got to be agreed upon. Okay, so on to R, realistic. It's got to be realistic. So I could say I want to win the World Heavyweight Lifting Championship in a week's time. That's not going to happen. That's never going to happen. Never mind in a week's time. So it's got to be realistic, something you can achieve. And the last one, T in SMART, time-based. So it has to be time-based. It's all well and good me saying I want to be a millionaire. Now if I don't set a time limit for that, then I could just go forever. And what am I working towards? So I have to say I want to be a millionaire in 2 weeks' time. Now that contradicts the other ones like realistic, blah 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 blah. But the target is, it has to be time-based, otherwise you don't know when you've got to get stuff done for. And if you don't set yourself a time limit, chances are you just won't achieve things. Now that's something I found a lot when I was working in my retail job and stuff like when I'm working for myself now. If I don't set myself a time limit to say I need to do X, X and X by the end of the day, I just won't do them. So if I could get, and I know I could get them done within a day, but if I set, you know, a loose time objective, it's not going to get done. So they're your 5 things when it comes to setting goal targets. 5 things: specific, measurable, agreed upon, realistic, and time-based. And if you've got those 5 things in your objectives, then chances are you've got a real solid base target to go and work for. Okay, now on to my goals for 2017. These 2018. These are printed out really small. So I did these for last year. I can't find them. I lost them somewhere. They're in the paperwork, sitting around, floating around somewhere. So should have saved them down to my computer. So now what I've done is I've got them saved in my OneNote, so I know exactly where they are. I can find them. I can go back and check in on them, and I can tick them off as I get them done. So that's the way I'm going to do it moving forwards. Be organised. That's part of my goals as well. So for my goals last year and for this year, I've split them into 3 targets. So 3 areas. So the ways that I want to improve my life, and this is, a lot of people do this for their own personal goals: health, wealth and happiness. Because we all want to be fitter, richer and happier, right? That's the ultimate goal in life. So I've set those as there's my 3 categories, so to speak, to put my targets into, which I have done. So first one is health. So in my health, put the specs on, I can see. So health, first one, add ½ an inch to my biceps by the time I go to Finchy's stag. So Finchy being my friend, he's got a stag do on the 15th of March. So add ½ an inch to my bicep by Finchy's stag on the 15th of March. Okay? Specific, measurable, I agree on it, it's realistic, and I've set myself a time limit. So with all those things in place, that's a good goal. And I'm going to work for that. So I bought myself a bicep measuring tape. So I'm going to measure my biceps as of tomorrow, New Year's Day, and then I'm going to see what I can do for the rest of the year to grow those by ½ an inch. ½ an inch, I don't know if that's hard or not. I did a little bit of research. I think it's achievable in a couple of months. So just hit the gym hard, done. So much more along that vein. I'm going to breeze through these because they're all quite similar. Add 2 inches to my chest by Finchy's stag on the 15th of March, done. Reduce waist belly size by 2.5 inches by the 15th of March. I've packed on some Christmas weight, like I'm sure most people have, but I need to get that out of here. So yeah, and then I've got some stuff which are just sort of like daily activities and weekly activities I just need to keep on top of. So I do 30 minutes of cardio 3 times a week, quit smoking by the 1st of Feb. Now I'm not going to say I'm going to quit smoking on New Year's Day because I know I'll be weak and I'll have the odd one here and there, but then I'll just phase it out, and then by the 1st of Feb is going to be my actual time, because I know in myself that that's agreed upon. I know I can agree to that, so that's what I'm going for. Eat less than 3 meals of fast food per week. I spend a lot of time on the road. I'll start sharing about my lifestyle, my weekly processes at a later stage. Oh, get a phone call. Chris, call you back, mate. Yeah. So eat less than 3 fast. So I'm on the road a lot. It's very, very easy to swing into a fast food restaurant, grab some food because it takes 5 minutes. So I want to eat less than 3 meals of that per week because I spend most of my time on the road, and I need to cut that out because it's just not great for me, to be honest. And then squat and do core exercises weekly because I always miss leg day, so I need to get squat in, and I always miss doing core exercise because it's lying on the floor and yeah, it's not great, but I need to do it, so that's happening. Cool. That's the basic boring stuff. Health out the way, done. One category, tick. Next one is wealth. This is the fun one, this is the juicy one, and this is kind of what this channel's about, so I'm going to spend a minute just focusing on this one. So 2017 was quite a good year for me. In 2017 so I gave up my job in 2016. So 2017 is my first full year. Is it? I've been doing this for a year and a half. No, 2016 I gave up my job. So this is my first full year trading as a self-employed person. So over this year, started off a bit rocky, had some issues with Amazon and suppliers, and you know, it was a feat finding year because it was a full time just me starting it myself, but I still had quite a successful year in my opinion. So last year I managed to achieve £123,000 worth of sales. Now that for me was great. I was really, really chuffed with that. But you know you can do better. You can always do better. And with business, the beautiful thing about business is that the sky is the limit. So 123 grand of sales last year, great. So I set myself a new target on my last goals, which was to make 100 grand profit this year. Now that's completely ridiculous. There was no way I was going to achieve that off such a low base. So on my sales I make about, say, 20%. So to make 100 grand profit I have to do a lot of sales. So last year, my total, this year, 2017, I came in at £250,000 worth of sales, so £250,000. Really chuffed with that, super happy with it, but can definitely do more. So that's the foundation of what I want to achieve this year. So it was a target purely based on, last year was based on profit, which was a ridiculous number, but I did a good amount of sales. So this year, my target is hit £500,000 of sales in 2018 of physical product. So physical product meaning buying stuff and selling it for more. So that is the bread and butter of my business. That's where my money comes from. So that is going to be the foundation. So that's my target. £500,000 of sales in 2018 of physical product. Now what I've done is I've broken that down a little bit. I think I'm probably going to need to break it down more, set time, probably monthly targets, forecasts, which I'm going to be working on, and I'll share those with you guys once I've completed those at some point in Jan. But there's 2 main headings really that I need to do here to be able to achieve that. So one is set up an Amazon prep service through my warehouse. Now my warehouse is something I set up last year. I'm going to go in a bit more detail to probably how last year panned out. but I set up a relationship with the warehouse. They're great. They now ship all of my eBay products. I've got a great relationship with those guys, so what I'm going to look to do next year is to build a prep service with them, whereby I take my products to them, they prepare it and ship it into Amazon, which will be such a huge time saving. And I'm at the point now where money is not the issue and knowledge isn't the issue, time is the issue. So in order to achieve more, I need to outsource as much as I can or employ people to do it. Now, rather than employ people, I'm probably going to go the outsourcing route, so I don't have to deal with like contracts, I don't have to deal with just people not performing, trying to get rid of people. It's just a minefield employing people. It's something I do want to do in the future, but it's going to have to be the right person. But for now, outsource, outsource, outsource till I hit a wall to say that I can't grow anymore, basically. And then I've got another thing down here to say employ an eBay lister, or possibly, I've got my mum working for me, she could do it, but I need her time to do bookkeeping, finance stuff, so I'm probably going to need to employ somebody just to list stuff on eBay for me. Now eBay is a huge potential for me. Did most of my sales through Amazon this year. I probably did 95% of my sales through Amazon, but eBay was a huge untapped potential. Second-hand market's huge, and there's a lot of products you can sell on eBay that you can't sell on Amazon, so that's an area to look at as well. So that is my physical product target, 500,000 by the end of 2018. Quite broad, probably going to need to split it down to months so I can keep tabs on it, keep tracking it, but it's something we're going to need to stay on top of, and I will share my performance monthly with you guys, so you can see where I'm at and what I'm doing and stuff that you could probably replicate to be able to do that as well. Okay, so the second one is begin a digital marketing company and grow to £1,000 in monthly revenue by December 18. So once again, end of year target, I'm going to have to keep tabs on that, but this is going to focus on me building infrastructure around the company, stuff to bring in new clients, stuff to be able to manage it, processes. So the way I'm going to do this is build a website, adapt my current logo, so I've got a business logo currently, I'm going to adapt that for one for this channel, I'm going to do one as well for my digital marketing company, and use that as a platform for my website to be able to bring in new clients. Develop processes, so everything I do, business is just a set of processes. You find a set of processes that make you money, you build them in, and you do it well. So I need to do stuff in a way that's better than anyone could do it for themselves, and then outsource that, get them to outsource their marketing to me so I can manage it for them. I've been learning loads about social media marketing. I'm going to share my knowledge on that with you guys as well at some point in the future, but for right now I just need to get my first client on board, get my marketing materials correct, and start building processes. So once they're all in place, I'll share it with you guys, but that is the key thing here. And possibly employ an assistant. So if I want to grow this is something that I can do. I can build the processes in, I can oversee it, but I can have an assistant that does the nitty-gritty bits just to keep things ticking along and make sure everything's achieved when it needs to be done. Because I have a huge target set for physical product, I'm going to need some help on the digital marketing side. So they are my two main goals for this year. I should probably put something about YouTube in here, but you guys are just coming along for the ride, so you're just following this. I want to get as many subscribers as I can. Great, hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, push the like button. If not, let me know what you would like to hear and see in the future. But it's not going to be a target for me because it's not my bread and butter. This is just something that's a bit of fun on top, just to keep me entertained. So, there it is. And then lastly, happiness. So, I'm fitter, I'm richer, and I've got to be happier. Now, happiness basically for me is probably working for myself. I've never been happier. Working for myself is the most enjoyable thing I've ever done in my life. Really enjoy it. I love setting myself targets, love challenging myself, love business. Yeah, it's where it's got to be. So being self-employed is the way, but that's in my wealth anyway, so that's in the target, that's already covered. Work for myself, done. And then I'll split happiness basically into daily rituals. So rituals are the things that are going to keep me happy, keep me entertained in my life, and keep me working basically. If I'm not productive, I'm not happy, so that's why these rituals are in place. So one is get up by at least 8 AM every morning. Now my friend started doing this, he's just singing its praises. He says getting up early is the best thing ever, so I'm going to start doing that. 2, write a journal, because I'm going to be quite stressed trying to achieve all these targets. So I'm going to write a journal every night, vent the stress, take those worries out of my head, put them on paper so I can get a nice night's sleep. Easy, happiness, done. Read for 30 minutes every day, love reading, don't do it enough at the minute, so I'm going to read and I'm going to share my recommendations of books that I've read with you guys, what they're about, whether it's something worth reading, and then probably paste a link for you guys to go and get it. Switch off from business by 6 PM every evening. When you work for yourself, and people will tell you this, anybody who works for myself, all your money is yours. You go to a job, you rock up at 9, you work, you leave at 5. Granted, not all jobs are like that. You still have to look at stuff and check emails and blah 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 in the evening. But mostly, you go to a job, you rock up, you come back, you switch off, and you just have fun. For me, I really struggle just to sit there and just not think about my business, to not do things, to not look for deals. So the idea for me is, if I get up early, smash everything I need to do, and then just leave it. Leave it, 6 PM, get on what I need to in my life. Enjoy, go for coffee, go for a beer, go to the cinema, anything like that. Just enjoy my life outside of work and business. Spends 15 minutes every morning organising my calendar. Organising my calendar and paperwork. So I hate having like paperwork everywhere. It's something I've been doing badly with at the minute. I need to get all that paperwork filed, organised, processed. Nothing slipping off the table that needed to be done. So just being organised every morning, sit down, check out my calendar, see who I'm meeting, see what my objectives are for the week. Every morning, get organised. And if I'm organised, I'm going to be more happy and I'm going to be more likely to achieve my goals. And then lastly, do something nice with mum and dad every month. So whether that be cinema, nice meals, whatever. It's too easy because I'm currently living with my parents. This is an objective for me, not for this year, because I want to get a lot of money saved up to get something really nice. But objective obviously is to move out. But when you're living with somebody, you tend to just go through the day-to-day grind, blah blah blah, and don't spend quality time with each other. So the idea is, if I spend more quality time with them, I will be more happy. So that's it. Those are my objectives for 2018. I hope you found them interesting. It's something that I'm going to target to go for the year, and I'm probably going to break that down a little bit further into more objectives, which I'll probably share with you guys as well. But you know, bring on 2018. There's a lot to be achieved. So hope you guys have set some goals for yourselves as well. If not, get cracking. Just because it's the second week of Jan, first week of Jan, doesn't mean you can't set yourself objectives. So go do it, go achieve. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you on the other side. 2018, bring it on. Bye.